You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Thursday, the 5th of February. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather will be nice and quiet for at least the next 5 days with no rain. Temperatures up and down a bit, but next week, much of the week will be more like springtime. And could we see storms late next week? Maybe, maybe not. Let's take a look at the upper air look. High amplitude pattern. We've seen this persistently through most of January into early February. Big ridge in the west, downstream trough in the east. And the weather is cold and dry today. There's the visible satellite view across Alabama, basically a cloudless sky from Interstate 20 south. A band of mid-level clouds dropping into the Tennessee Valley and parts of North Alabama. That's in advance of a little clipper that will not bring any precipitation to the state. We'll check temperatures. We've got 30s over parts of the Tennessee Valley. It's only 37 for Huntsville. Down to the south, we've got 51 at Mobile, Montgomery 47, Birmingham 43. These values well below average for the 5th of February, but we warm up very nicely tomorrow afternoon. We'll check the watch warning map around the nation. Pretty quiet. We do note winter weather advisories up around Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati, much of West Virginia. In fact, the winter storm warning for the mountains of West Virginia. That's an Alberta clipper. These things come in from the northwest. And typically they don't bring a lot of snow, but they can in the mountains. And all of this is well to the northeast of Alabama. Again, we're going to be dry for a while. Severe weather possibilities, no thunderstorms across the United States through tonight. Tomorrow, maybe a little thunder out around Los Angeles, but again, much of the country with no thunderstorms. And on day 3, which is Saturday, not a single storm expected across the country. So this is the updated rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Thursday night of next week, and just really nothing to speak of here. And again, there might be a few sprinkles by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, but at this point, nothing meaningful. And even at the end of next week, the new guidance coming in awfully dry. And this was released this morning. Again, this is the drought monitor. For those that are not familiar with this, this is released once a week on Thursday morning. So this is the new update today. No real change, a little under 50% of the state in some type of drought. The drought conditions mainly over southeast Alabama. And again, we've got that little spot of D3 extreme drought over parts of Lee, Russell, and Macon counties in East Alabama. So we could use a little rain here, but not anytime soon. All right, let's break it down day by day. Model fans. European 12Z run, 3 o'clock tomorrow. A northwest flow aloft. And again, the clipper, little wave coming down that northwest flow, will produce some snow northeast of Alabama. Parts of eastern Kentucky, much of Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, the state of Virginia, Maryland. But again, around here, it's going to feel good. Now, we're going to start the day near freezing, but the high tomorrow will likely be in the 60s for much of the state. So a very pleasant Friday afternoon. But once the clipper passes on Saturday, temperatures will likely come down about 10 degrees. So instead of highs in the low 60s, highs will be mostly in the low 50s on Saturday. But again, the day will be sunny. No ice, no snow, no thunder, no tornadoes, just sunny. And again, mostly 50s across the state. Sunday, highs in the 50s and 60s. The sky will be sunny. 50s for North Alabama, 60s for the southern counties of the state. Monday looks good. Highs in the 60s and 70s. Come on. Spring fever breaking out. This is Tuesday. We're still dry. Highs will reach 70 as far north as Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. Upper 60s for the Tennessee Valley. Maybe some mid-70s in South Alabama. And then Wednesday, evidence there might be a few sprinkles around here. Not a lot of rain. Probably nothing meaningful, just a chance of sprinkles. Still very mild, highs in the upper 60s and low 70s. And a week from today, this is Thursday, the 12th of February. Again, things look kind of calm. Got a zonal flow here, and again, maybe enough moisture for a few sprinkles, but just not much. So let's go to the next day. This is Friday evening, the 13th, Friday of next week. And again, we pretty much lost evidence of our trough coming in here that was going to bring strong storms, and all of a sudden, the European showing basically nothing here. Wow. So if you watch the video this morning and yesterday, there was some evidence there could be a good shortwave trough, a good dynamic system coming in with rain, maybe some strong storms. Well, all of a sudden, the European says, well, maybe not. I mean, it shows absolutely nothing at the end of next week. What about the American GFS? Same thing, absolutely nothing. This is why you don't get worked up over the chance of severe storms a week in advance, 10 days in advance. There's just not much skill out there. So at this point, all of next week looks dry, maybe a few sprinkles on Wednesday and Thursday. Snow fans, probabilistic outlook for 1 inch of snow or greater through the 20th of February. Not looking good for Alabama. Just basically no chance. But again, we've still got a long way to go. We'll check rain for the next 15 days, valid through the 20th of February. The mean, it's up there close to 2 inches, the green line on that chart. And we do note some outliers up on the high end, but again, you're looking for the mean, which is most likely the truth. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. 62 tomorrow, but then notice we dropped 12 degrees on Saturday. That's after that clipper. So warmer tomorrow, cooler on Saturday, but next week like springtime. The big 7-0 showing up on Tuesday. South Alabama could see low to mid-70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we cool down a bit by the weekend of the 14th and 15th, but again, that's pretty seasonal. No sign of any really nasty Arctic air for the next 15 days. In fact, here's the long-range guidance. This is for the 13th through the 19th, just in from NOAA's CPC, the Climate Prediction Center. And if that works out, temperatures would be above average. All right, we got to roll that Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. What a crowd today. Grades 3, 4, and 5. West Forest Intermediate School in Opelika, home of the Bulldogs. We had a great time today. And ooh, that's an outstanding cake. That was amazing. Absolutely loved that. But we talked about weather forecasting, how we launch weather balloons, weather observations, did some storm spotting, talked about the hurricane season, and much more. That's a fun school, great teachers, and great kids. So again, to everybody at West Forest Intermediate School in Opelika, Lee County, thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. Hey, you guys are looking good. Tomorrow going to be in Bibb County, West Blockton Middle School. Looking forward to that. I will be on ABC 3340 News this evening. And hey, don't forget, you can catch my forecast every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thursday evening, and God bless.